Welcome back to New Fox Tech. Today we're again on the 66 Galaxie, and my goal for the day is to just take the whole interior out. I've been told that everybody wants shorter videos from the people that I've talked to, so I'm going to try to just concentrate on one thing at a time and make the videos about 30 minutes long, so hopefully I could accomplish that. We're going to try today in this video. Alright, I'm going to get you guys set up probably over there so you can look in. I got to get these seats out first, and then I can tear the rest of the carpet out and all the trim and whatnot. So let's get to it. Okay, so never taken seats out of anything before, actually. So we're gonna figure. I assume it's simple, and there's just a couple bolts that I can't see. As I smack my microphone, cool. I'm sure that sounds good. Yep. Oh man, those brackets are rusty. Look at that. Oh, there's a rotor under the seat. Would you look at that? Wonder what that's from. Maybe the original. The original distributor. I'll be honest, I don't know a whole lot about HEI, so I don't. Do they still? Yeah, they still have rotor, right? I think so. It could be for that. I don't know. Anyway, prize. Yep. So there's a bolt here. Bunch of random hardware. That's good. And oh, it's missing a rear bolt here, unless it's on the other side. I can't see it, unfortunately. Can I? Let's see. All right, that doesn't help me at all. I'm assuming. Oh no, the back of the seat has no hardware. That's pretty good. One bolt over here. That's what you want. One bolt. That's fine. You know, no seat belts. 4-wheel drum brakes, manual, and a big block. And one bolt on one. You know, I don't know what the other side looks like, but one bolt. That's the combination that you're looking for there for best safety. You know what I'm saying? Might be easier to actually pull the steering column first, get it out of the way. What is that going to take? Shifting focus to this steering column now. Make some more room for myself. I don't know why all this stuff is wet. I don't think the master cylinder is leaking. It might be. That's okay. We're replacing that anyway. Don't worry about it. Oh. Huh. Yeah, the car's leaking a whole lot of something. I don't know what it's leaking though. I should probably check the brake reservoir. See if there's anything in there. Yeah, this rag joint is just covered in stuff. Oh, so you can't. Alright. Ah. Yep. It's almost empty. The brake's leaking. Good. That's fine. You don't. So the seat's not properly installed. You have four-wheel drum brakes that probably aren't going to work because it's going to leak down to the point where it doesn't do anything. Old tires, radiator that barely works, worn out suspension components, and a big block. Sounds good. Sounds like a recipe for some fun to me. I'm assuming this, yeah, it won't come out yet. I have to get to those. You know, if this wasn't in the way, it'd be way better. What is that, 3 bolts? Yep, 3 bolts, and it'll never go back on the way it came off. Perfect. You know, they really secured that thing in there pretty good with all these brackets and stuff. That's pretty good. Also, white was probably not the color, but that's the color of my shirt for today. Okay, steering column should be coming out now. I think I got everything else. Let's see here. Maybe rotatage, pull, rotate. Something is not coming out. Okay. All right. Oh. Okay. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Something. Oh, my brake pedal's in the way now. Everything's in the way right now, actually. There we go. That's free. There we go. Oh yeah. All right. I also just noticed that's broken, so that's unfortunate. I did plan on getting a new steering wheel. However, not Not this quickly, but here we are. Well, I won't be replacing it. Probably just run around with that one snapped. It's fine. It'll still work. So now that that's out, we can move on back to what we were going to do, the seats. But for now, I'm going to put these in bags. These have got to be cleaned up and painted before they go back on. Also, I dropped a washer down there. I got to find that too. All right, I'll bring you guys back when you're over there. Actually, I've decided while I'm here, I'm going to disconnect this. Excuse me. I'm going to disconnect this master cylinder so that it's done and I can take that bracket off the inside. And those bolts are actually larger. I wonder if... Yeah, they're larger. Larger than 1/2 inch. Okay, 9/16. Alright, rusty brake pedal assembly is now removed. Now we're going to get on to the seat. Alright, now that little escapade's over, I got space cleared out here. I had to take a bunch of stuff off this engine here in order to get the door to open all the way finally. Wow, this door card is in rough shape. Wow, that's bad. Oh, dude, there's where the armrest is supposed to go. That'd be more convenient if it was higher, though. I'd rather have the armrest higher, honestly. Because that's like way down there. Anyway, that's not what we're on right now. I need to take this one bolt out this side because you only need one. And I'm pretty sure it's a 1/2 inch because everything on this car is a 1/2 inch. Oh, don't want to forget about that rotor there. What do you guys think the chances are? It is not 1/2 inch, but what do you think the chances are that there's a nut on the bottom of this guy? Oh, there is, but you know, there's an access hole. I don't like that, but whatever. I'll figure that out. Man, this seat is rusty. Tell you what. I'm going to quick take this piece of trim off here, just so that it doesn't get in my way when I'm pulling the seat out. You don't grab it and ruin it. Ah, the bracket's loose. That's why that was loose. Alright, well that's not bad. But I will tighten this bracket up then. It's stripped out. That's good. That's why it won't. Yep, okay. Everything's so good on this car. Evidently, whoever restored this car did not give a darn about it and did everything they possibly could to cut corners. I'll tell you what, that is one of the most frustrating things to deal with. They just didn't care at all about anything. That should clean up pretty good. They spray paint it. There's spray paint on the bottom of this trim. Oh my goodness, dude. This... I hope I never meet the guy who did this. I really do hope I never meet him. I don't want to meet that guy. That would just make me mad. Well, while I'm over here, I gotta move you guys over here to continue. While you're over there and I'm over here, I'm gonna take this trim piece off here, this sill. Oh, that's where they ran the wiring, under this guy. It's all bent up, needs paint for sure. Well, that ain't too shabby right there. That's pretty cool. There's the wiring. Cool. Cool. And nothing is rusty down there too. Okay. I'll just throw everything back here so that I have to move it later. That's a future me problem, not a right now me. Let me get you guys over here and I'll get over there. And we will get this, hopefully get this seat out. Alright, I'll show you all right here. This is where that sill plate was, and here's the wiring running through. And if I can get you closer, it doesn't look like it's not really rusty. Yeah, it's not, just kind of dirty, so that's a good sign. Like I said, this body looks like it's in decent shape, so that's a really good sign there. Well, this is comfortable. That's as far as I can get the door open over here. Good thing we got plenty of room in the shop here. It's really good. Really good. Let's see what kind of hardware dealer we're working with here. Oh, a rear bolt and a front bolt. I think they went a little over budget on this side, let me tell you. That's crazy. Well, at least the passenger was safe. The driver, though, who cares about the driver? Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna take this trim piece, which on this side is not nearly as loose. A little bit, not much though. Let me take it off though. All right, over with. Oh, all right, yep, it's definitely loose now. That's for sure. I love the mile-long hardware with the mismatched hardware with the missing hardware. I love that, like, the consistency is just, it's there, you know what I mean? It's the consistency is definitely there. Okay, something fell, don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna pile all this stuff here on the floor so that it's nice and in my way, and that way I get really annoyed at myself for having put everything in my way while we try to take this thing out. All right, let's figure this out here. I'll be right back. And of course the seat doesn't fold forward because it's not a two-door. No, not a two-door, doesn't do that. All right, just scooch her forward a bit. Alright guys, this looks way easier over here because these are just on clips, and this side I already know just pulls right out. This side over here needs some persuasion. There's that, and some more mouse nest. I think that's mouse nest anyway, I don't know. I think that used to be cushioning, which is no longer there. That's unfortunate. I will return to get the back. Oh, dude! Thing's got some lap belts in her, dude. Look at that. So the fronts were deleted on, I guess. I would assume that they would have front belts if they had back belts. That's kind of funny, actually. Not gonna lie. Alright, look at this. Okay, I have a theory here that we're going to check out real quick. And if I'm right, this is ridiculous. Okay, so they insulated the car with cheap stuff, of course. Most, like 2 layers on the firewall, maybe. And then 1 layer all the way up till here. That's not a lot. Just literally the definition of like doing it halfway. Anyway, I'm gonna vacuum it, but I gotta clean all these tools out, so I'm gonna get that done and then I'll vacuum it out for you guys. Okay guys, well, now the carpet's all nice and clean. Well, I mean, you know, vacuumed clean. I'm going to start pulling the carpet up, and then I'll have to vacuum more of what's behind it. Probably clean off the rest of the firewall here and go from there, and then I'll get the door cards after I'm done with all that. Okay, so carpet's out. I want to remove the rest of this insulation, but there's all these studs here that when I try to they're bolted through, and in order to get them off I have to have somebody in here to hold them, so I'll wait till some other time. And it looks like this HVAC unit here has some studs that go through the firewall, and in order to get that off I have to take the outer part off, and that goes all the way down to the blower motor, which I can't access because of the fender, so I have to wait till I take the front clip off for that. I think I'm going to move on to, I think we're going to leave it there. I'm going to call that the interior done. Because everything else is, you know, I got to get in here with a wire wheel and wire wheel this whole thing up. So I think that's going to be it for this video. I guess this should be a shorter video. Didn't do a whole lot here. I will show you guys the floors though here. They look really good. I'm very happy with how the floors look. So the worst of it, of course, is up front here because the windshield was leaking. But as you can see, it's solid still, very solid. Transmission tunnel's good. This part is even better than the other one. So that's looking really good. And then the rest of the floor is just, you know, minor surface rust. Nothing major, so it's looking really good. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Should be a shorter one, like I said. Got most of the 99% of the interior stripped out, minus the doors. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. and I'll catch you in the next one.